Here are the top 10 morning headlines you simply cannot miss. First, let's begin in Mumbai. Shiv Sena MP Shrikant Shinde said, Maharashtra is entering a new phase of growth with mega projects like the Dharavi redevelopment, Motilal Nagar redevelopment, and the Navi Mumbai airport. According to him, these projects will transform connectivity, create jobs, and strengthen the state's economy. He also reacted strongly to the killing of the Pulwama terror attack mastermind, calling it a decisive message against terrorism. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Minister Nitish Rane backed the Bandra demolition drive against illegal encroachments and highlighted Dighi port as a major economic boost for the state. Now shifting to Kerala. In Kochi, Education Minister Roji M. John and former MLA PV Srinijan met members of the Malayalam Thuruthu Protest Committee over eviction concerns. The meeting comes amid rising tension around rehabilitation and displacement issues, with locals demanding clearer answers from the government. Next stop, Karnataka. Heavy rain created chaos in Anekal ahead of the massive 2,000 crore rupee Stadium Foundation event. Preparations were disrupted after waterlogging and damage at the venue, but officials confirmed that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will still attend the program as scheduled. The event is being projected as one of Karnataka's biggest sports infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, in West Bengal, fuel prices are once again becoming a major political issue. Minister Dilip Ghosh defended the latest petrol and diesel price hike, saying global economic pressure and losses faced by oil companies force the government's hand. His statement sparked debate after he urged common people to adjust expenses amid rising inflation. And speaking of West Bengal, Kolkata witnessed major security deployment today. United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Kolkata during his first official India visit. Security was tightened around the missionaries of charity Nirmala Shishu Bhavan ahead of his visit there. Later today, Rubio is also expected to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi, making this a closely watched diplomatic visit. Now let's move to Bihar. In Muzaffarpur, BJP MLA Sanjeev Chaurasia launched a strong attack on former West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee. He claimed Bengal voters have rejected what he described as minority appeasement politics, signaling yet another escalation in political rhetoric ahead of future elections. Over in Assam, a major verdict came in a POCSO case. Special Public Prosecutor Manjeet Kumar Ghosh confirmed that Special Judge Noor Jamal Haq sentenced Abdul Kalam Sheikh to 20 years in prison under the POCSO Act. The convict was also fined 50,000 rupees with an additional 6 months imprisonment if the fine is not paid. The judgment is being seen as a strong message in child protection cases. Now to Chandigarh. Punjab and Haryana High Court has dismissed all petitions challenging the use of ballot papers in municipal elections. Additional Advocate General Ferry Sofat said the court noted the petitions were filed too late and accepted the State Election Commission's explanation that EVMs were unavailable from the Election Commission of India. Back to Delhi now, where common citizens are feeling the pressure of rising fuel costs. Petrol and diesel prices have been hiked for the third time this month amid the ongoing Middle East crisis. One customer reacted emotionally, saying inflation is becoming unavoidable and people simply have to suffer through rising expenses. Fuel prices are quickly turning into one of the biggest concerns for households across the country. And finally, a dramatic blackout in Gurugram. A major fault at the Sector 72 power station triggered a massive outage across several parts of the city on Friday evening. Officials said an oil leak in the transfer circuit caused a transformer blast, disrupting electricity supply and even stopping rapid metro services temporarily. Emergency repairs restored power later in the night, but the incident raised fresh concerns about urban infrastructure reliability. For more fast, sharp, and complete news updates, keep watching and stay informed.